live. Fuck it.
We're doing it live right now.
We're we're doing it live.
Betting on balls.
Fuck it. We're gonna bet on him.
Welcome, y'all. Welcome.
Here we are.
Betting.
It's getting late in the season. Things are getting shaky. Uh, it's you're balancing on a fine on the edge of a fine blade here.
Who is?
I don't know. Some teams.
Some teams are. Yeah,
Some teams.
there's some interesting stuff going on.
There definitely is. There's been some big surprises, and like, there's some real bad teams that are like they have good records, like the Seahawks.
Yeah, the Seahawks are 6-4, top of the NFC West.
That's to me, that's really impressive considering how bad they are. They don't have a quarterback
Yeah,
at all.
they had a bad start.
They really
to the
don't have a
season,
running
too.
game at all. I guess their defense is just really, really good right now.
I, couldn't have called it.
There's no way, not in a million years, would I think that the Seahawks would be at the top of their division right now. Impossible, right? The Rams,
Yeah,
the Cardinals, the 49ers, all in that division.
yeah,
It looks loaded. And then you look at the Eagles, the NFC East, which is typically one of the worst divisions, and you've got the Eagles, which are 8-1, the Giants 7-2, and the Cowboys are 6-3. They're better than the Seahawks at the top of their division. So it's just wild, man. It's been a wild year. It's been very difficult to predict. But I'll say this. It seems like the Seahawks might be the team to bet on, right? Like the odds have got to be against them. Nobody thinks the Seahawks are any good.
I don't know. I don't really watch them, so like, I don't know.
Well,
I
you got to be okay to be 6-4.
Dude, I didn't realize that the Vikings were 8-1 until the other day. I thought that was kind of wild.
That is
Like
wild.
no one's really talking
That's
about
kind of
no one's talking about that. Like people have been talking about the Eagles and them, but the Vikings are not only eight
yeah,
and one,
absolutely.
but they also beat the Bills. I mean,
Well, the Vikings are assuredly a lock for the playoffs at this point in the season. And the thing is, the Seahawks get a couple more wins, maybe just one more win, and they might be a lock too.
hmm,
The Bucks, as bad as they've been, sit at the top of their division. Now, don't get me wrong, the Falcons could easily knock them off. I mean, just from a record standpoint. Um, but yeah, man, what a wild year.
yeah. Let's take a look at
So
our.
unpredictable.
Oh wait, we already set our line this week because we did this Thursday.
We
So
did.
I
We
think
sure
we're
did.
all good unless there's any new like injury updates or whatever.
Did we well, there's some news going on with Devontae Adams. And it's very questionable whether Devontae Adams plays or not. And if Devontae Adams doesn't play, I would expect who is that guy there? Henry. Like Hunter Henry? No, not Hunter Henry. Man, there's a guy in Oakland. Well, it's not Oakland anymore, is it? The Raiders. Plays behind Devontae Adams.
Let's take a look.
Hunter Renfro?
Um, yeah, he's on the injury
Oh,
reserve.
I'm be curious to know who plays behind Devonte Adams if he sits.
Is he sitting? Let's see here.
Well, it's speculative.
It's questionable.
Hmm. I heard some hubbub that he might not play. So it's just an interesting situation because obviously whoever the target is there, which is, I mean, it'd probably just be Darren Waller, I would assume. Darren Waller is probably in for a big game if Devontae Adams doesn't play.
No,
And
he's
then
also
whoever the
he's also on the injury.
wow.
Yeah, they're banged up, man.
Well shit, they gotta throw the ball to somebody.
It looks like Mac Hollins gets the most points. I don't even know who this guy is.
I've never even heard of. It sounds like their whole offense is out.
Yeah, but Devonte Adams might be coming back, so I don't know.
Yeah. I just thought that was interesting, but
Maybe they'll be running the ball a lot. Josh Jacobs.
they also another interesting thing about this week's fantasy is the Monday night game. There's a lot of fantasy guys playing in the Monday night game. I noticed you've got San Francisco playing against Arizona. Is that right?
Yeah.
A lot of fantasy players in this one, so just want to look out for. Probably going to be a high scoring game if I had to guess.
It's the line is set kind of low at 43.5.
I mean, well, the reason I say that is like San Francisco's really kind of turned the running game on here recently with Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
George Kittle is really healthy right now. And with that little 1-2 punch they got cooking there, that's a high flying offense. Meanwhile, you've got DeAndre Hopkins, who is now healthy for the Arizona Cardinals. That's going to be some touchdowns getting scored in that game, as far as I can tell. You know, you would think anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put a buck on the over here while we're talking about it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Boom. Over 43.5. So I like betting on the over because you get to root on both teams, you know?
Yeah, you just want it to be a big game.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. And it's Monday night. It's always fun.
Interesting that the 49ers are favored by 8.5. That's kind of crazy.
Well, I think it's just because their offense has gotten a lot better recently. The addition of Christian McCaffrey, and now they can kind of spread the ball around and they can really sustain drives in the running game.
Yeah.
You know, that makes all the difference in the world, having a good offense. You know, I think they still struggle with the passing attack and with the weapons that they have on that team. Like, it kind of speaks volumes as to how bad their quarterback situation is.
Yeah.
But the running game is good. It's better than it's ever been. And they can get it done passing the ball a little bit now. So that happens when you can run the ball.
Christian McCaffrey is absolutely,
I like him.
absolutely on fire right now. I know you said that you really, you don't really like him that much, but like him or not, watch him play. He's just every play he's given like 110%. He's flying. He's what he's doing right now is like it's pretty crazy to watch.
Well, the thing about CMC, it was never an issue of talent. Like he's extraordinarily talented when he's upright, and he's gonna score and have shit like crazy fucking games. I've seen it every year with him. The problem with Christian McCaffrey is I've never seen him make it through a full season. Now, this might be the year, which he'll be an anomaly in football if it is. I don't know how you go injured for 7 years and all of a sudden in your 8th year after coming back from an Achilles injury and everything else, you're suddenly healthy. Now, Adrian Peterson did it, but Adrian Peterson was a guy that was healthy to begin with, and I don't know, man.
No, I think you're right. I think
Injured-prone guys scare me.
No, he's going to burn his wheels out for sure. I mean, at the rate that he's going
I
at,
think so too.
yeah, he's gonna get hurt for sure. But until then,
Well, he's kind of like my dog, you know. He's got one speed, you know. It's just wide open all
yeah,
the time.
yeah,
He just goes and goes and goes and goes, and it's longevity for a running back when you've got a high motor like that. Unfortunately, unless you're a guy who can handle a lot of punishment, like a Marshawn Lynch, like an Adrian Peterson, they just don't make them like that anymore. I just don't think Christian McCaffrey's made out of that kind of stuff. No, I might be wrong, but he's been in the league for a few years, so.
cool. Well, I put a buck on him to score a touchdown because it's probably gonna happen.
Well, I think like it'd be interesting to see what the odds for him to like break his ankle are. Like and put a buck on that every week and like how long it takes for him to get injured because like he's going like much longer than he ever has before as far as I'm aware. Like I don't think I've ever seen him play this deep into the season.
I don't know how to bet on that. I'm not sure if you can on these websites.
You got to like go to the dark web for that one.
Yeah.
You got to go to like deadpoolbets.com or something.
And what's even more messed up about that is that's something that, like, in a way, a person could have outside control of. Like you could
You could
buy
like
out, you could
throw
buy
a
out,
stick in his
you could buy out a
half.
player on the opposing team to, like, crack his ankle or something.
Put a bounty on him like the Saints did.
You want to take a look at some of these
He
games
just
here?
said in silence. What? What?
I said you want to take a look at some of these games here.
Yeah, totally.
We got the Ravens favored by 13 points against the Panthers.
Love it.
That's a lot. That's a lot
It's
of
an
points.
easy. It's kind of. I mean, the Panthers have played better than I think expected this year. I think 13 is really kind of ridiculous, honestly.
Yeah.
Baltimore is good, don't get me wrong, but Mark Andrews is a little gimped up this year. I mean, he's not playing up to the level he's played at before, and I think it's just a health issue. Outside of that, they're looking for Lamar Jackson to do a hell of a lot, and this defense isn't just a lay down cupcake matchup. I think the Ravens are going to win, but I don't think it's going to be this blowout that people are expecting. I think there's a little game to be had here.
Yeah. Dare I put 50 cents on the Panthers to not lose by 13 points? I think I will.
If all they have to do is not lose by 13 points, I think that's fairly reasonable. I mean, I think they could lose by 13 points, but I kind of doubt they will.
That's a lot. That's a big line.
It is. I expect them to lose the game, but I think they'll put up a fight at least.
What about let's see, Colts and Eagles. We got Eagles favored by a touchdown.
Seems fair. Who's throwing the ball for the Colts right now? I heard they benched Matt Ryan. It might not matter though, because Jonathan Taylor is upright and healthy. If that's the case, I mean, Jonathan Taylor's just going to run wild there.
Oh, I think they brought Matt Ryan back.
Well, that makes sense for them. I don't think it was necessarily a good idea to bench him when the going gets tough. That's a typical Jim Irsay bullshit. Ever since Peyton Manning left Indianapolis, it seems like Jim Irsay has just been like running around like a chicken with his head cut off, not really knowing what to do as far as an owner goes. It's an easy decision that the guy that you paid all this fucking money to come play for your team that you start for the rest of the year. And that being said, Jonathan Taylor should carry this offense. I expect the Colts to win. Let's go Colts.
You think the Colts are going to beat the Eagles?
I do. I think that their running game is better than Philadelphia's defense.
Do you think Jonathan Taylor is going to score a touchdown, or is he just going to be pumping yards?
I think that he is very likely to go over a high number of yards and score touchdowns in this game. I think I've said throughout the entirety of this season of betting on balls that Jonathan Taylor, that's what they run the offense through. You know, they predicate their entire offense through Jonathan Taylor. If they're going to win, which I think they will this week, they're going to do it with Jonathan Taylor.
Cool. Well, I got him to score a touchdown. I'm not taking the yards just because they're like high. They're like really high. It's like 100 yards.
There is a guy I like for Philly. I was thinking about it the other night. It's not. It's who do they have catching the ball in Philly? They got somebody that's pretty fucking good.
I'm drawing a blank.
I know who it is.
I can pull it up right here.
AJ Green.
AJ Brown.
AJ Green. AJ Brown. I'm sorry. Yeah. This dude is the fucking truth, man. You know, we talk a lot about Tyreek Hill on this show. This is a guy who doesn't get probably the credit that he deserves. He's a monster in fantasy, and if you watch him play, he's a ton of fun. The guy is fast. He's capable of putting up these monster games, and you know, I think it's a health thing for him. And when he is healthy, he's going to impact the game. He's very similar to Julio Jones in that when this guy plays, you really have to game plan around this guy, or he's just going to beat you fucking sideways. AJ Brown is a must start. Now, I don't know if he's playing though right now. It looks like he's got some ankle shit that he's dealing with. Perhaps.
I think he's gonna play.
Once again, if he's healthy, I mean, I would expect AJ Brown to score in this game and definitely make an impact. Much of the same that I've said about Jonathan Taylor, you could say the same thing about this guy. He just doesn't get it. He doesn't get. He's one of those underspoken guys, sort of, and he talks a lot, which is weird. He reminds me of a hybrid between. It's hard to peg down because he's faster than. He's got the hands of Antonio Brown. He's just a hair slower than Tyreek Hill, and he's got the body of Julio Jones. So, I mean, this guy's built to play fucking football, man.
Yeah. But you're betting against him in a way because you think the Colts are going to... You know, I think that's a...
Well...
You know...
the game still is going to fold out one way or the other. I mean, I don't think the Eagles are just going to lay down and not put up any points. I just think the Colts will win at the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm not going to bet on this one because the spread is a little bit high, but I'm pulling for the Eagles here, and I see an Eagles win here.
I totally get that. I mean, I'm sure that's the consensus.
But I'm not going to bet on that, but I did bet on some touchdown scores, so we got...
How do you not go with the Jets on this one, right? The Jets should win against New England. That being said, there's a lot of things going on for the Jets right now. They're the top of their division. They look really fucking good. Or no, they're not the top of their division.
No.
They were. They're not anymore. So they're still a great team, I think. And
how are they
can get it.
How are they tied with the Bills? That's insane to me.
It's that old adage of iron sharpening iron. I think this is a hard fucking division to play in. And I think that when you have a hard division to play in, you get some solid fucking teams, man, especially on defense. And I think that that's what we see in the AFC East. You've got all these offenses that are used to playing against these stacked defenses. And man, you just get some great matchups in the AFC East sometimes.
Check this out.
But I'm taking the Jets here.
Dude, they're 4-0 away this year, and this is an away game.
I'm taking the Jets, but I want to say it with a grain of salt. New England's defense has not stopped being good in the last 20 years. They're still good. They're going to give them a run for their money. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I'm taking the Jets to win just because I think they're a solid team this year.
Yeah, I'll take them.
But I think that I think it'll be a lower. I'm not sure what they're saying it's going to be, but I would think under 40. Oh, okay, yeah,
39.
Yeah, under 40 is kind of right
But
where
the
I was
Jets
thinking
to win,
too.
that's $1 to win $1.50. So I mean, that's a great. That's a really great.
Hey, if you take the over, I mean, I'm saying right around 40 anyway. I don't know. Because if it goes a little bit over that, I don't know. That seems not too unreasonable.
We could try a fun little parlay where we can take the Jets, the over, and I don't know who's going to score a touchdown here. It looks like Stevenson is most projected too.
Would love to hit on a guy like Michael Carter. This is probably the Jets' primary option, if I had to guess. I'm taking the Jets to win, so why not put my money where my balls are here?
Look, $1 to win like $7. So yeah, we'll see. Ba. Making money. That's how we do it. We making money look easy.
That's how you do it.
Commanders
Betting on balls.
and Texans. God, that's going to be an awful performance.
I'm going to take the Houston Texans because they have a real name.
They're 1-7. Ugh.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Houston Texans here.
Commanders are 5.
The Commanders are just like trash.
I mean, the Texans are trash.
Yeah, it's trash on trash. Why not take trash? Trash wins. One way or the other, trash is going to win.
Nah, Commanders.
And
Commanders are definitely going to win.
so you're telling me you think the Commanders are better than the Texans?
Yeah.
I mean, the record says that they are, right? I mean, they're 5-5. The Texans are 2-7.
Yeah. I'm not going to take them by 3 points, and I'm not going to take this this line here. So I'm just going to stay away from this one. But I'm not taking the Texans, man. There's no way. No way. I feel like they're one of those teams that's just going to lose on purpose, just to get a better draft pick. Anyways, you said they've done that before. So
Well, here's the thing about losing on purpose, and I've kind of thought about this a little bit. They still want to sell tickets. They still want to fill their seats, and that's an important part of this whole thing. I think that this game is a winnable game for the Texans. That's all I'm saying. I think that if they can beat a team, the Commanders are a good team for them to beat.
That's a good point.
I could easily see them being 3-7 after this week.
They'd be.
I don't think it makes them any better, but I think they can beat the Commanders.
They could. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't. It's hard to see them beating any team, but yeah, you're right. Commanders are pretty low
Well, they beat 2 teams
on the totem pole.
Yeah, they're pretty low on the totem pole.
Let's take a look see at this next game. Rams at New Orleans. New Orleans are favored. That's kind of interesting. I'm going to take the Rams.
Well, I've said earlier in the season that I thought that the Rams were kind of falling apart. I still kind of stand by that.
Yeah.
I think they're one injury away. That being said, nobody's gotten injured yet. And Cooper Kupp is still the best wide receiver in football, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, it doesn't look like
He should tear him up.
It doesn't look like he's playing.
That makes a fucking big deal, dude. Well, now Tim Ocean's logic has paid off.
Oh, he's on the injury roster. He needs ankle surgery.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, let's go Saints here. Saints have a good fucking defense. It's gonna get ugly in LA, buddy. I don't know. Or wait, is this in New Orleans?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Take the Saints on this one, guys. LA's done.
Dude, I feel so bad.
I think I said it, 2 weeks ago? That if A, that Cooper Kupp looked shaky, and B, that if he went down, that was it for LA. So, no mas.
All right. Let me check my bets here.
Wow. So, Robert Woods. Hey guys, Robert Woods in fantasy, if he's out there, I think he plays as the number 2 there. No, they shipped his ass off to Tennessee. I don't know who plays number 2 in LA.
Let's find out. Allen Robinson.
That guy's going to be money this week. I have to check and see if he's available.
He's not on this league.
All right, let's see.
I feel bad for the guy that we traded Deebo Samuel to.
Holy shit, he's available in this one.
Because Deebo
Damn.
has not really put up a whole lot of points since then. And
Yeah.
that same guy also had Cooper Kupp.
Man.
Yeah. For shits
Deebo and Kupp.
Yeah, for shits and kiddles. We beat him like a week or so ago. But
oh, he was the guy that we got that sweet ass trade from. You're right.
Oh, did he? Oh, I was about to say, did he? I thought he dropped Cooper Kupp for a second there, but no, he's still on there, dude. I was thinking about you know, we're 9-1 in our league, right?
Yeah.
We've secured the playoffs. We have a
We
bye.
have.
Yep. And we have the bye on
We
the
have
first
that little
week.
star. Yes, we do.
So all
yes,
we have to do as the Brown boys is get through week 16 and 17, and then we
correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at like I know this is kind of like a long shot kind of thing, but I'm looking at these guys that are on like, you know, the injury roster, like Khalil Herbert, who's not going to be back until week like 16. So we might be able to use him, you know, then, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if there are people on? Hear me out. What if there are people on the waiver that are currently on the injured roster that nobody's looking at because they're not going to play for 4 weeks that we could potentially pick up now? Because it doesn't matter if we can't play them for 4 weeks. We don't need them to play now. We need them to play, you know, in 5 weeks or whatever.
Wide receivers, unless they are the most elite of the elite, and I'm talking DeAndre Hopkins, I'm talking Jamar Chase, I'm talking Tyreek Hill, unless they are the most elite of the elite guys, typically coming back from an injury, typically take about 1 to 2 weeks on average to acclimate back to the system. Running backs, however, do not. If a running back is healthy and he comes back and he plays, he typically comes back around the same production level as that, unless it's a major injury, unless it's an Achilles or something of that nature. He broke his whole fucking leg off or something. Unless the guy broke his leg off, running backs typically coming back from an injury come back at the same level. It has to be a big injury for them to have a significant drop off. Wide receivers, they need practice maybe more than any other position, unless they're just a god among men. Unless they're an Antonio Brown or a Julio Jones or a Jerry Rice. Wide receivers that typically affects. So Jamar Chase, for instance, he's been on injured reserve for I think like the last 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
He's a tippy top guy. I would still expect Jamar Chase's production to be low that first week. I mean, that's just the way it normally goes. Quarterbacks also. If a quarterback comes back, they don't usually have a drop off unless it's a major injury.
Interesting. I'm not seeing too much value. There's Brees Hall, but they don't really say anything about him.
Well, he's the guy from the Jets, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's maybe the one that sticks out the most to me. I don't know when Brees Hall is coming back. I don't know what injury he had either.
It didn't say.
I can tell you right now, if it's an Achilles, I'd stay away from him.
Same thing with Rashad Penny. There's no information, which probably.
Well, the thing about Rashad Penny is he's old, man. He's old and he's injured. He kind of sucked anyway.
Out here looking at the old gimped up guys. What about David?
Looking at week 16.
David Njoku.
Shown a lot of promise. I've always thought that he could be good. He plays for the Browns, and I think that might be the problem.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's put up any more points than our current tight end, Taysom Hill.
No, but you see there in that week 3 game against Pittsburgh, he had 14 points. Njoku, and then he has some 8-point games, a 7-point game. Njoku is kind of like he always kind of looks like that. Like he'll have a good game, and then he'll have a couple solid games, and then he gets hurt.
And now his ankle's floppy, so.
Right, and that's just the narrative. So when you hear Tim Bias, it's usually because I've just seen the same shit with these guys for so many fucking years. Especially with like Christian McCaffrey, that's like a perfect fucking example.
But Rashad Bateman
doesn't typically do a lot. He started off pretty hot though.
Devontae Parker, Michael Thomas.
Hooper. Michael Thomas is an interesting name.
Doesn't say anything about him though, so he's probably out for the season, if I had to guess.
Yeah, if he's out. Yeah.
Who else?
We'll keep plugging away. I mean, we've got a long way to go till week 16. There could still be some injuries and stuff. Yeah. McKissick's never. He's always been. Yeah.
Mark Ingram.
Old.
Brutal, man.
Yeah.
Javonte Williams.
I don't know much about this guy.
Yeah, he's not doing anything.
Now we're into the dregs.
Well, I'm looking for, maybe someone who played a game or hasn't played a game at all that no one's even thinking or talking about, who's just been sitting,
Sure.
I don't think we're gonna find
It's
it.
hard to say.
I don't think we're gonna find it, but just in case, like we're looking where no one else is looking right now.
Yeah, I think that's where our head should be in week 16 for sure. It might not hurt to go ahead and look at the defenses that are playing that week, to look at the kickers that are playing that week. Go ahead and shore up the back end of the roster and know exactly who's available to us in those weeks. Nick Folk is a very interesting name. He plays for the Patriots. The Patriots go for a lot of fucking field goals, man.
Right.
He's available in a lot of leagues. Hey, Chuba Hubbard is an interesting. We've got Dante Foreman.
Yes.
Chuba Hubbard is the opposite side to that equation. Chuba Hubbard has shown that in games, when he's given the opportunity, he can carry the fucking rock, man.
Yeah, but his points don't show him to be that consistent.
Well, we picked the right guy. For sure.
Yeah, he's down here. Let's see, Daryl Williams. Hunter Renfrow.
Well, if something was to happen to Dante Foreman, though, I would be all in on Chuba Hubbard. Hunter Renfrow is a very intriguing name.
Dude, he's on the waiver. And he'll be back in 5 weeks. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, dude.
Okay, so let's hear Tim's spiel on this, right?
I mean, look, I'm not a big
Davante Adams is having to play alone right now. And he's already gimped up. And so he's going to take more punishment. This could be a good guy that's looking to come back, that's going to have a little bit of time to acclimate before week 16. This might be a guy we want to consider. This
is exactly what I was looking for. I mean, and I'm not a huge Renfrow guy. I watched him.
Well, here I think when Renfrow is tremendously capable. He was a sleeper guy last year, and he put up much bigger games than I expected out of him, and that I think people were expecting in general. If Renfrow is the man, if he doesn't have to compete with Davante Adams or Darren Waller, he's going to get a fuckload of targets, dude.
So how about dropping Marquise Brown?
Sure. That seems like a fine thing to do anyway. Marquise Brown is toast.
It's interesting when you look at the ads and drops. It looks like lots of people have been adding Marquise Brown. I guess because he's coming back.
It's just that he's going to have to contend with DeAndre Hopkins. However, that's not always the worst thing in the world for a number 2 wide receiver. Sometimes it can actually be beneficial for a guy like that. You could see Marquise Brown production increase because he doesn't have to deal with the coverage that he was dealing with before. He's an interesting guy.
So maybe it's a little early to be dropping him right now.
Well, here's the thing about Renfrow. I don't think he's going anywhere. I think that even if he had a big game, he could have a touchdown and a fucking 40 yards. And I don't necessarily think people would be gunning to pick him up. And he's coming back from an injury. I don't expect him to have that kind of game anytime soon. I think you're safe not doing anything. I think we get to this point every week. Right now, it's okay to just not make a move. Sometimes it's okay to not do anything. I think just the fact that we're looking at these guys, that's pretty much what we need to be doing right now. But like I said, I think it makes sense for us to go ahead and look at the kickers and the defense that are available in week 16, just because those aren't going to change.
So here's a wide receiver that we have, Hardman, and he's going to be out until week 15, which is fine for us. So he'll be going up against the two days that matter are the 16th and 17th, or the 16 and 17.
Yeah, that's
So it'd
correct.
be Seahawks and Broncos, which are both, I would say, pretty light matchups. But you were talking about how the Seahawks, have like a decent defense, so that might not be great
They have a
for.
good defense. And here's the thing. And this is the thing that people, I think, might be sleeping a little bit on the Broncos on. Their secondary, meaning their backfield, like the dudes that are covering the wide receivers, are really fucking good. They've got one guy in particular that's picked the ball off several times this year. He's looking great. You might want to stay away from Denver's defense right now, man. Like they look pretty scary, honestly.
So maybe it could be worth. Well, let's look at Renfro's week 16 and 17. Let's see who they're going to be going up against. Steelers and San Francisco.
Steelers are trash, hot garbage. Without TJ Watt, the Steelers are terrible. I just don't think you want any part of them. Who else do we have? Week 17? San Francisco, middling.
Well,
Not the best, not the worst.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is, let's go ahead and pick up Renfro and drop Hardman. Simply based on the fact that Renfro will have a softer matchup both weeks, but especially week 16. And Hardman's,
I think it's fine.
And Hardman's like a number 3 anyways. You know what I'm saying?
Is he?
I mean, behind Travis Kelce, Juju, what's his face, which he's on the injured right now.
You think Juju is the number 1 there?
Well, I think he got injured now. We can take a look at it, see what's going on over at Kansas. Because I think I saw him on the as questionable or something. Let's see. So Travis Kelce looks healthy.
He's out.
Dude, this Clyde's Edwards-Helaire thing seems like part of me really wants to pick this guy up, even though I've read about him and it seems like he's being shifted out. I mean, he is their top running back. I mean, he is being phased out by I think Pacheco.
Jerick McKinnon.
No, Pacheco. This guy seems to be moving up.
No way.
But I don't know.
The fact that Helaire is there, that's such a valuable guy.
I guess, I mean, he hasn't really done a whole lot. He only got 4 points here, 4 points there. He had one good week and then just 3 more bad weeks. So he's just been bad, not doing anything, not getting targeted at all.
Well, I mean, I guess there's some conspiracy that he's being phased out. I think that after a few years of watching Kansas City, to me, it's nothing new under the sun. I don't really understand why people are freaking out. He's definitely the lead back. I don't know. I think if you asked Andy Reid, he'd feel completely different.
People have asked Andy Reid, and he doesn't really say a whole lot about it. He says that he's not playing him not due to lack of ability. It just hasn't played out that way. Yada yada yada.
That's kind of how I take it.
Yeah, but there are people.
I mean, if you watch Kansas City, they pass the ball.
Yeah. Should we try to pick this guy up?
I would. Yeah, why not?
He's just sitting there.
I understand why he's divisive, and I understand why people are pissed off. but maybe you're expecting too much out of him. He's going to get good games along the way. That's just all there is to it. Like, he's going to have big games where he sneaks in touchdowns, and you're going to get paid off massively.
And look,
But you could say the same thing for Mecole Hardman.
you do a chief for a chief.
Yeah.
I say we're going to go for it. I mean, worst case, he doesn't do anything, and we have plenty of other running backs to rely on. Best case, they end up targeting him, and he fucking just goes off and ends up paying off for us like big time in the long run. I mean, you know, what if the narrative changes? We got plenty of time to find out.
I'm good with it, yeah. Go ahead.
Yes. And I think that just went straight through, it looks like. Yep.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any waivers right now.
He's on our team now. So to get Renfro, we would have to drop somebody else, which I don't know if there's anyone I want to drop.
I would drop Duvernay, potentially. And I don't like Akers or Duvernay. Like, I think they're both just bad fantasy guys. Like, sometimes I just go with my gut, and my gut says I don't like either one of these guys.
Duvernay seems like a good option, but when I watch him play, he just seems like a schlub. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
here's the thing about Duvernay. Every week, he steps up to the plate, and he woofs it. And it's that simple.
But he's their top wide receiver. To give him up seems like...
I don't know, man. I'm just telling you, gut feeling of Devin Duvernay sucks.
Maybe
same thing about Cam Akers. I think they both suck.
Yeah.
I don't even want them on my team. Well, I think they disgrace our name. They got bad work ethic. This guy's head, I don't know where the fuck it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
The coach don't know where it is.
We've been playing wait and see with this guy all season.
That's just not where I want to be with anybody.
And again, it's amazing
that we've got Deebo Samuel for a hell of a lot less.
Dude, it's amazing that we're 9-1 when we've gone the entire season without Cam Akers or Julio Jones.
Well, it's tremendous management. Like, if I had you doing the same thing on my team in fantasy, holy shit!
Like
I'd be 9-1.
Like, these were like two of our like first picks, and they've been sitting the entire season, except Julio's come back, which is awesome.
Well, I think the only guys. Am I wrong here? But are the only guys from our original draft Ezekiel Elliott?
Nope.
Josh Allen?
No, we picked up Ezekiel Elliott early on.
We didn't draft Ezekiel?
I don't think so. I think I picked him up on the waiver.
Well, I know we had Josh Allen and Austin Eckler.
Yeah.
That was pick 1 and pick 2. We took Deebo Samuel at 3.
Yeah. Which ended up not being a great.
But I think unless we took Elliott, the only other guy that we drafted on this team is Julio Jones.
And Ryan Suckup, the kicker.
And the kicker.
Which
we've had tremendous.
That was a great call. I think he's put up like the 4th most in the league, like points-wise. Pretty good.
Did we stream the draft? I want to go back and watch that one. That'd be a fun one to watch.
I think we did, yeah. I think it's on the site.
Hell yeah.
So, okay, here's my plan moving forward. We'll keep an eye on Renfro and anyone else that's on the injured reserve, and we'll keep an eye on these players that we have, and maybe, maybe someone else will get injured, and we'll have to toss him, at which point we can pick up Renfro. Or whoever else.
What's that term what's the term when like lawyers run around like chasing after people that are injured to like represent them in court?
I don't know.
There's like a term for it. It's like victim chasing or something.
Well, it's like anytime you
That's
like,
what we. That's like totally what one of our strategies has been like all fucking year. It's like we have just gone after like the fucking injuries so hard. Like, oh, this guy tore his fucking ankle off. This guy got his eyeball poked out.
I wonder if I can go back and see added players. I want to go back to the very.
Hey, have you ever seen the movie The Longest Yard?
Is that
Not the Adam Sandler one, the Burt Reynolds one.
No, I don't think I've seen that.
Dude, we are fucking mystery science theatering The Longest Yard on here. Like 100 fucking %, dude. It is like the football movie beyond. There are so many quotable things. There's this part in the movie where like this guy gets like hit, he gets knocked out, and like the whole team's like standing there looking at him. They're like, he broke his fucking neck. He broke his fucking neck. He broke his fucking neck. Like they're all just like standing there saying, we've got to watch that movie, man. It's excellent. And Burt Reynolds is like the man in that fucking movie too, dude. It is like prime time Burt Reynolds, you know. That is like when he was the man. We gotta fucking watch that shit.
Dude, this is a bad trade that I made early on. I dropped Scary Terry.
I wasn't 100% behind that one.
Nah, I didn't understand.
I think if you go back and watch the film, I like Scary Terry because I like the guy. And I know he's on a bad team, but I think he's got a lot of talent.
He's put the points
and
up.
I was willing to suffer through those hard to watch kind of games because I think he's a good kid. Like I think he's a good player.
I think you're right about
Yeah.
drafting Ezekiel Elliott because I don't see he would have showed up on this thing here. So we did draft Ezekiel Elliott, which that was a great draft pick.
Yeah. Well, I think for a number 2 wide running back, he's tremendous value.
But other than that, I mean, we haven't really made too many crazy plays.
I've never seen this many moves from a team before.
This trade was interesting. The Debo for Deonta Foreman and Chris Olave or Olave.
Like, I'd say the average amount of moves per team per year is around 15. And we shattered that within like the first 2 weeks. It tells you somewhere on here, it tells you exactly how many moves, like it says moves that you've made. And moves meaning that you've dropped a guy, you've added a guy, you've traded for a guy, you've done something to done something, you know? I think if you go to League, it'll tell you how many moves you've made. League overview. Go down. Yeah, right there. Moves. The Brown Boys have made 29. We've actually made fewer
than Joey
franchise.
Yeah,
and the same as Ryan's remarkable team.
Let's look at Joey. He's got DeAndre Hopkins.
I love Hopkins.
Dalvin Cook.
Hopkins is. I have Hopkins rookie card. That's how much I love DeAndre Hopkins.
And Tony Pollard's a pretty good pick too. So he's not the
fucking
best.
Tony Pollard.
I kind of actually hope we go against Joey in the playoffs. Is he in the playoffs?
Probably.
Let's look.
He's number 3. So he's third place.
So he's going to go up against Palmer's only. So let's look at his team. This son of a bitch. See who's gonna win. Palmer's is not looking good. He's only 4-6.
Oh,
He's got Jonathan Taylor, Nick
ooh,
Chubb,
Nick Chubb.
ooh,
He's got Jonathan
Tyreek
Taylor
Hill,
and Nick Chubb.
and Christian Kirk.
Oh my God, and
Kirk
Tyreek
Cousins.
Hill. Eek.
Oh, and
Yuck.
Jalen Hurts.
Me.
This is
Eh.
this guy could put up some points between Jalen Hurts, Jonathan Taylor, Nick Chubb,
Here's the
and
thing:
Cheetah.
is none of these teams have the expert management that this team has, that the Brown boys have. They just don't have the level of professionalism and true grit that we bring.
What I'm
I mean,
hoping,
we're in it.
what I'm hoping happens is Joey Franchise beats out Palmer's only. And hopefully by some grace
Well,
of God we get
here's
matched
the
up.
thing.
I want to get matched up. with
Leave
Joey.
the pleb. We're the kings. We're up here on the pedestal. We've secured the fucking playoffs. Let the fucking plebeians fight. I don't give a fuck what any of them do. I don't care who the fuck I'm going against. All I give a fuck about is week 16. That's it. Well, whoever I've got, I want to know what Tim Oceans wants to fucking know. Who are the defenses that are available in week 16? I want to put up a 30 burger on fucking defense. I want it to be so goddamn ugly on defense that they just quit. They just, we lost.
Well, we just picked up. That's a move that I made this week. Was I dropped Arizona and picked up Minnesota.
Who do they play week 16? Minnesota.
Giants, and then Green Bay.
Okay, Green Bay's excellent in week 17. Giants are a little scary. I don't know if I want to run against the Giants in week 16.
That's a good point.
We could find a better goddamn matchup.
Let's see. So Arizona's still
Hey, up in the
here.
well, actually, instead of doing it this way, you can look at all the teams in week 16 specifically. If you go right there, yeah. Week 16 projections. Boom.
Kansas City.
Here we go.
No.
This is what we need to be fucking looking at every fucking week. I don't give a fuck what the number says either. Don't look at that projection number.
Yeah.
This is us. We figured this out.
I was gonna say
We figured this out on this goddamn stream.
Rams against Broncos looks pretty good. The Browns against New Orleans looks pretty good.
The New York Jets versus Jacksonville.
Vegas.
That is a sleeper. I don't know.
Vegas against the Steelers looks good. There's a lot of
Detroit, Carolina. Hey, oh shit, yo. I think I got a good one right here. Miami at Green Bay. Miami's going to blow the fucking shit out of Green Bay. Green Bay will have Aaron Rodgers might not even play that week, dude. Why would they play him in week 16 with nothing to play for? Holy fuck, man. That might be a good one.
And then week 17, they're up against New England. Or would we just swap the defense out after week 16?
Swap for our guys for Minnesota.
If they're still available.
Well, they're going to be on our team, so they will be. We can carry two defenses.
Yeah, but then we'd have to.
We could drop Devin Duvernay suck ass or Cam Akers suck ass and pick up Miami.
I'm not ready to drop those players because I just want to see, there's still a couple weeks to see if they're going to do anything, right? So I would hate to drop Duvernay and then have the Ravens, start using him more. That would suck.
Well, Mark Andrews is healthy, right?
Yeah, but Duvernay's still top wide receiver. He does their kickoff returns or punt returns, I think. So
That's good. Oh, all right. Well,
yeah,
I like that.
He's in situations to put up points. He just hasn't. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's going on. My favorite matchups here, I kind of like the Rams against the Broncos.
It's good on paper. It's good on paper, but I think reality dictates that Miami is going to beat the fuck out of Green Bay.
Yeah, but I feel like that's going to be more of their offense,
especially
than their defense.
Late in the season, I don't know, man. Maybe. That's just my gut.
What about Las Vegas against the Steelers? That seems like a pretty tight matchup.
It does until you consider the fact that Mike Tomlin is one of the most winningest coaches of all time, and that Pittsburgh typically plays better the colder it gets. And it's at Pittsburgh.
All right. So let's take Miami.
Like, Vegas would actually have to win. See, that's the thing about the defense thing. Is like it's kind of like picking the defense to win is almost like picking the game and the spread at the same time. It kind of is, because in the sense, the team has to be who's the best fucking team, you know? Like, I know Miami is a power fucking house. Like, in certain situations, Miami can't be fucking stopped. And I know Green Bay is a fucking cupcake. And that they're just looking to get a good draft pick. And they're looking to tank. So week 16 rolls around. Miami might have something to play for. And Green Bay might be just looking to fucking who knows what.
Well, I'm going to wait until at least after this week. I know we don't need the win this week.
Something to consider.
But this is their bye week. So I'll just pick them up, on Monday, Tuesday, whatever. No one's going to be picking them up anytime soon. We are running.
Hey, man. Are you doing anything for Thanksgiving?
I think we're doing like a dinner thing up here. I think
Nice.
like one of Laura's
Are you
friends
smoking a turkey?
I was told that we're doing Friendsgiving.
Ah,
And
cool.
I don't know about the cooking stuff yet. I haven't really made plans. Are you doing what are you doing?
I don't know, man. I think I'm going to go hang out with my parents for a little while, and then I'm probably going to sit here and bet on some balls. I might bet on balls. Like, I might live stream it all day. Like, I might go eat and, like, maybe even leave it running, and, like, just fucking Thanksgiving. Fucking betting on balls. Here we go. We're betting on it. I might put all my balls where my money are. Where my balls are.
Hell yeah, dude.
I don't
Sounds
know.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do on Thanksgiving. I think it's going to be the Tim Ocean's balls
extravaganza
betting thing on Thanksgiving. There's going to be turkey, definitely some macaroni and cheese. I'm going to have them little biscuit things. It's going to be fun.
Damn, dude.
I'm going to have special guests on. Hey, I'm going to find a fucking guest or two. I might have Harold Richards on. that might be my special guest.
You should get Andy Dick.
I'm pretty sure I could get Andy Dick. I'm pretty sure anybody could get Andy Dick. That would get some fucking views. But the problem with Andy Dick is that he rapes you in payment.
Yeah.
Like he'll do anything for you. He'll bet right on your balls. But that's the problem is he's going to bet on your balls.
Yeah,
He's a little too perfect for this show.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that he would be the he'd go a little far.
Hey, did we talk about the Lions and Giants game? Have we done that yet?
No.
What do you think?
No, but what a beautiful game and how hard it is to not take the Lions. I love it. I love them. Take on St. Brown to score a touchdown. This is a scrappy fucking team, man. Good God, they're playing with their hearts. How can you not love this team? It's so hard not. Oh, it's so goddamn cliche because I heard this bitch say it like 300 times on the fucking infomercials the other day. It's hard not to root for the Giants. I'm saying it here. The fucking hot smoking chick on NFL Network said it first, but I'll say it again. It's hard not to root for the Detroit Lions, not the Giants. Fuck the Giants. I hate the Giants. I hate Saquon Barkley.
Dude,
I hate everything.
Pays 51 cents for him to score a touchdown.
I hate everything New York stands for. And I think it's a city where these people go in and they turn into these corrupted, horrible, injury-ridden people. They just get injured and they suck. This year the Giants are pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for Detroit. I'm taking the Giants.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to put money on this one because it's going to be a close game. I just don't.
Hey, I like Amon-Ra St. Brown in this game.
Score a touchdown?
Yeah,
let's go.
Definitely.
Boom.
I think he's not only due for one, I think he will get one.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got $1 on it.
$1? Make you holla?
Dollar make you holla.
Hey, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Hey,
I'm telling you.
The Bears are underdogs in this Falcons game. I'll take the Bears.
The Bears.
$1 on the Bears. Why not?
I'm hoping this is the sound clip that we get to use for next year's intro. David Montgomery and Justin Fields are going to take over this fucking offense, and this team is going to go to the fucking playoffs. I hope it's that simple.
The Bears.
The Bears.
We can get David Montgomery to score a touchdown. Bop, bop, bop.
I think that's
easy money.
Pretty fair. He's the boy there this week. He's a hard-nosed motherfucker. He works hard, man. He tries his ass off. I know that. I just seeing him work and seeing him play, the guy fucking works. So I'd like a guy like that, I'd take a guy like that.
I'm feeling the under on this too. I feel like 48.5 for these two teams seems high. What do you think?
Oh, no, I couldn't disagree more. I think it seems low. Are you telling me that all they have to do is each offense has to score 25 points? These are two bad defenses with two offenses that are on the come, that are both looking like way better than anybody expected. And I'll tell you this right now. If you're sleeping on Justin Fields, look out. This kid's the fucking future. And I don't know if it's going to be with the Bears, but mark my words, Tim Oceans is telling you right now, barring injury, Justin Fields is the fucking future, man. He's got it all.
Yeah, I'm feeling the under, but I'm
taking the over.
I don't know. That just
easily.
just
I
seems
think
like
it's
a
an
lot.
easy slam dunk, honestly.
Well, I guess I'll stay away from that
How
one.
many times have we said on this show that when schluck on schluck meets, it's beauty. It's like it's these two offenses that are going to be going at it with everything to play for and everything to win. That might be the game to watch.
Possibly.
It might be the game to watch this week. Might be.
Might be. All right, we got the Browns and the Bills. Bills are favored by 8 points. That's a lot.
It's at home. Hey, I will say this. I don't know if you've seen pictures of. Can you just Google search right now Buffalo Bills Stadium, like live, like what it looks like right there? Because it's insane.
Well, they moved.
I've never seen so much. Huh?
They moved the game. They're going to be
Oh,
playing.
where's it at?
It's going to be in a dome stadium. I forget where.
Bills all day. Bills by fucking 14
They're
points.
playing in Detroit.
Easy money. Not even a question. Josh Allen's probably going to have a career fucking game in this one. The Browns are terrible.
Well, the Bills.
I thought this was going to be an interesting game. This is not an interesting game.
Well,
this is a blowout.
The Bills are coming back from an embarrassing loss. So they're
well, it'll be even worse.
Yeah, they're going to come out with a vengeance. So Bills by.
You're telling me this is in a dome?
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's so gay.
Yeah.
We finally get some badass weather, and they're going to put it in a dome. This could have been a game for the fucking ages, man. Could you imagine? Could you imagine these fuckers slogging through 3 feet of fucking snow?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Putting
God.
$1 on Josh Allen to score a touchdown, $1 on Diggs to score a touchdown.
Hey, easy money. Tim's easy money this week. Amari Cooper's going to have a big fucking game, guys. You know why? Because the Bills are going to fucking train wreck. And the Browns are going to have to pass the fucking ball a lot. Because they're going to get blown the fuck out.
That's a good point.
And so Amari Cooper's going to have a huge game. He might have 2 touchdowns and 100 fucking yards this week. That's their only option.
We're not even running Amari Cooper, and he's on our fantasy.
Well, that's silly.
We had Tyler Boyd. And we're running Damian Harris. That seems.
Yeah.
It looks like Ezekiel
Man,
Elliott
you know
is
that
lightly
situation where the guy was like, if Bitcoin doesn't go to yada yada yada, I'll eat my own dick.
Yeah, John McAfee.
Who said that?
John McAfee.
John McAfee. He said he'd eat his own dick.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard not to say that about the Bills this week, right?
I mean, I'm not going to say that.
I mean, I'm not going to say that.
Well, and also John McAfee didn't deliver either. So.
No, he didn't eat his own dick, unfortunately.
Golden opportunity missed. But yeah, we got Amari Cooper to score touchdown.
It was.
Stephon
He
Diggs
just
scored
had
touchdown,
somebody
Josh
poop
Allen
in his
scored
mouth
touchdown,
instead.
and the Bills 7.5. So that's money, 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 money. I hope y'all are paying attention, kids, because this is how you make.
Because kids, this is how we put money in the bank.
For real.
Savings is a critical part of growing up.
Yeah. This is my retirement fund that we're messing with. I've got $17.54 left. All right, what we got? Raiders at the Broncos. Raiders are underdogs. What? Oh, it's because they're all banged up. I'm still taking the Raiders. I don't care. I'm putting $1 on the Raiders. Fuck the Broncos.
Hey, I think Josh Jacobs is a lock to score a touchdown this week. Because how can he not be, right?
Yeah. Boom.
They're soft against the run. They're the only thing he's got that's a for sure thing. He's the only thing that's not banged up.
Boom. That's it, y'all. That's money on that game. Let's see, what else do we got? Clickety click, click, click. Cowboys at
Click.
Vikings. So I've already talked about how I like the Vikings right now, and they're underdogs here. You fucking kidding me? I'm taking the Vikings for sure.
Cowboys got a good team.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not gonna be a good game, but Vikings at home, I'm taking them.
At home, yeah, I'm taking the Vikings.
And they're somehow underdogs.
What's the spread? By 1.5?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, baby.
I'm gonna get Ezekiel Elliott to score a touchdown. Well, actually, we don't know for sure that he's coming up yet, so I'm gonna hold off on that.
Dude.
Pollard
Dude.
touchdown.
Dude, no.
Jefferson.
Dalvin Cook is a lock.
I was getting
Dalvin Cook is a lock, guys.
that.
I'm gonna eat my own. No, I'm not gonna eat nothing. Dalvin Cook's a fucking lock.
I'm also gonna take Justin Jefferson to score a touchdown.
Dalvin fucking Cook, guys.
We did
Give me a break.
We already.
Can I double up?
You want to double?
I want him to score 2.
I mean, you can bet 2+ touchdowns.
If there's a guy that's going to score 2+ touchdowns, Dalvin Cook. Come on.
Let's do it. $1 to win $5.50.
I'm just shocked. The reason I'm shocked that he's not the number one guy on that spread right there. When I saw the other dudes, I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, there's a lot of potentials there.
Oh wow, Bengals is a blowout, right? No TJ Watt.
I'm probably gonna stay away.
Injury hound
from this game. I don't know.
Really?
The Bengals.
It's at Pittsburgh.
They don't seem to be playing as well as they should be, and I definitely don't like the Steelers. But I don't know, man. I got a bad feeling about this one. I feel like it's gonna be a yucky game.
Huh.
I'm gonna skip it. You see anything on the...
Man, you want to go conspiracy boys for a second?
Yeah, what's up?
You want to like delve into some conspiracy shit?
Sure.
I'm just thinking about like, you know how there's like definitely a fucking video of Trevor Moore's death?
Yeah.
So there's like 3 options, right? And I've come up with like 3 things that it could be. And I know it's silly to like even speculate because like the guy's dead, right? But I really do think it could only be 3 things. And I think the family fucking knows. And I think Zach and all them and fucking all the dudes know. Because there's a fucking video. Like, so they have to know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it could only be one of 3 things. One... And I think this is the simplest explanation. He's hanging out on his balcony. And this is after approximately I've had 6 White Claws. Which, up until this point in the night, Trevor had consumed about 4 to 5, I'd say. And I'd say in 4 to 5 White Claws, you've lost your balance a little bit. Option A. He dropped his phone. Simple. He dropped his fucking phone. He's standing at his balcony. Leans over. Goes too far over. Falls.
Looney Tunes death.
Yep.
Which is appropriate.
It's as simple as that.
Which is appropriate for him because he liked kind of loony type humor. So I like to think that happened.
Well, option B is also Looney Tunes-esque. Option B, in my mind, you're standing on your balcony, you're on your phone, you're doing whatever, really. You're maybe even leaning up against the balcony. You look down or you look over to your right, down. You see a critter. You see a fucking snake. And so in this part of California where he lives, you've got rattlesnakes to contend with. There's probably, maybe there's not multiple venomous snakes, but you see something. And that, you try to get away from it. Your immediate reaction is to just, and you just fall over. Okay, so that's option B. Option C, he's standing at the balcony, looking at his phone. Someone pushed him off that fucking balcony.
Nah. I doubt it.
Trevor said a lot of shit before he died, man. He did. Like, and I have watched these things, like, religiously. Like, dude, I don't have a life. I don't have anything that I do. And, like, so something for, like, comfort, I just go back and watch these streams. He was taking shots at the election. He was taking shots at the government in general, at Biden.
Yeah.
Zach is a diehard liberal, and he really tries to play it straight. I don't know, man.
What, you think Zach pushed him?
No. I think somebody higher up who didn't like or agree with his politics and the things that he was. That's an interesting theory, though. That's actually great. Because he would have had like fucking 20 to 30 minutes. And have you seen how like Zach is like on top of the fucking world right now?
Yeah.
Like, dude, Zach is at the top. Like, he's made it, man.
It's because
he's beyond all that. Because dude, if you go back and watch those early videos of him and Miss March and like all the press and media he had to do, his face and like his body language and like what he's expressing and how sad he is, and he feels like he just failed at life. And dude, go watch him now. Like, he's beaming and all this joy, and like, I would never ever push that conspiracy, but that's interesting. Like, that is vaguely interesting enough to make me think about it, like, for a second.
Ultimately, I don't think anyone pushed him, because if that were the case, they would have made sure that there was no video. So the reason we know that there's a video, or the reason I know, is because
I know there's a video.
Is because I got the autopsy report, and it says in the autopsy report that there's a video.
Yep.
I think if it were a professional job that were politically motivated, they wouldn't have done it in front of a camera. And had they done it in front of a camera, they would have destroyed it or deleted the evidence somehow. So the fact that they do know it was on camera and that they have seen it means that he probably just...
It had to be either phone or snake. There's the only, like, what else would possess a man to jump off his fucking balcony, dude?
Or
Nobody.
Or like on the snake thing, it could have been like a lizard, like maybe like a gecko, just like
crawled on his hand. No doubt, anything. A critter.
Scorpion.
Yes. Spider, scorpion. I don't know if he ever stated he had any kind of phobia or anything. But even if it wasn't a phobia, imagine you're standing on the edge of your balcony and you look over and there's something, anything. Oh my God, it'd freak you the fuck out. Especially if you'd been drinking. Holy shit, I could totally see that, man.
Yeah.
And that's... I know that I'm a diehard like fan, and I know that like only a diehard fan would even put the time into like speculating about something like this. But like, I would like to know. Like, I would like a clear cut. I don't have to speculate. Like, this person meant so fucking much to me, and like, he's not there anymore, and I just want to know. It's the same thing with the people that are close to me that have like died in general or aren't there anymore. It's like, I just want to know.
Well,
I just want some fucking
we're
closure.
lucky to
Ultimately,
know we're lucky to know that he even fell off of a balcony at all because they
it's
didn't tell
true.
us that for months. That was leaked months later because for a long time they were just saying it was an accident that happened at that address. They didn't specify if it was a car accident. They didn't specify anything. Um, so that's kind of interesting how it was kept under. It was locked down. Like they didn't even talk about it for until they had to, until it was leaked.
Yeah.
Weird.
No, it's like, and it could be as simple as like he was drinking, and they didn't want that to be the narrative. You know,
Yeah.
like it could be that simple.
Well, he
Like he
also
was drinking,
he worked
and they didn't
for
want it to be.
he worked for Disney, so Disney surely wouldn't want that kind of. I mean, even though Disney's trying to become a little bit more uh, grown up friendly.
But that's so silly.
Yeah.
With something almost not all of us, certainly not all of us drink. I'm not saying that, but like a lot of people drink alcohol, and to think that like you would cover his death up, and that's all it was. That's all he was. Are you kidding me? This
I don't
guy
know.
was just drunk and he fell off his fucking balcony, and you can't just tell us that. I don't know. It just
Yeah.
upsets me
Yeah,
that I don't know why.
it was kind of shitty that they didn't say anything for like a while. Like I get that you don't want to talk about it, but like
Yeah,
call it what it
I
is.
do. I understand.
Call it what it is though. Because you can't keep people from
It just
speculating.
seems like he would want it. I don't know. Maybe he wouldn't. I don't know. Who am I to make that fucking kind of judgment call? I'm nobody, but I sure would like to know.
What I am
Anyway,
thinking is I'm thinking that Austin Eckler and Travis Kelsey are going to score a touchdown, and I'm going to parlay those two together. $1 to win
I
$2.
love it.
$2 double whammy. Austin Eckler, Travis
Hey,
Kelsey.
well,
Pop, pop.
there's your boy Isaiah Pacheco. But I'll tell you this: the odds on Clyde Edwards-Helaire are probably better.
I don't even
They
see him
fucking
on here.
are. They're more than double. They're more than double.
Yeah, but he hasn't scored a touchdown in a while. They didn't even
But he can.
give him the ball last week.
Well, okay. How much does 25 cents win you? Just out of fucking curiosity.
63
I
cents.
mean, it's more than double.
Yeah, but it's not gonna happen.
I don't know.
Let's we'll keep an eye on him. We'll see. I'm not gonna
I don't
place the
know,
bet
man.
right now. And then Monday night we already talked about.
There it is.
I would take the card. Did we take the Cardinals by 8.5?
I'm taking the San Francisco 49ers all day here.
By 8.5
Christian
points.
McCaffrey, Debo Samuel, George Kittle. Give me, yeah, I'm taking 49ers. I think they got a good ass offense. I think even a schlub like Jimmy Garoppolo can get it done with those guys. I think he's got a good core around him.
I had a bet on the Rams to win against the Saints, but you're saying the Saints all day because the Rams they don't have Cooper Kupp.
They're done.
They're massively on the decline.
Unless who was the guy we talked about? Robinson. Unless we see the resurgence of Robinson, Cooper Cup. Oh my God, the Rams are finished.
Robinson to score a touchdown is $1 gets you $3. That's a lot.
That's better odds than Taysom Hill, and I would take that in a heartbeat over Taysom Hill.
Let's do it. Let's give it a shot. And then I also
Wouldn't you?
like Alvin Kamara to score a touchdown. put $1 on
Well,
that.
that's easy. Yeah, sure.
And
Oh my goodness! Look at the odds on Daryl Henderson. That surprises me, considering Daryl Henderson is probably available in a lot of leagues right now. A lot of people have dropped Daryl Henderson. Um, for a lot of the same reasons as Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Yeah, they're very similar in the sense that they are the lead guy, but nobody thinks they're the lead guy. But for some reason, I don't know.
my J Hurts got him. He sees something. My J Hurts.
It's actually playing him. Wow. What is my J Hurts record?
3-7.
Oh God. He's like the Houston Texans of this league.
He's doing better than they are. Texans only have 1 win.
No, they got 2. And Tim says they're about to get 3.
No, they're 1-7. Oh, and a tie.
Well, they're about to be 2-7.
Let's see. In our league, last place. Yep, that's my J Hurts.
My J Hurts.
Breaking old habits.
Hey, how's Terrapin Soup doing these days? Is he paying attention at all?
He's in 4th place. He's 6'4".
It looks like he actually set his fucking lineup this week. Oh, no, he didn't. Fucking dumbass. I hate this guy.
Like, he should have at least traded us, like, his players if he was just going to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He's done it to me, like, before. That's, like, what's frustrating. Is, like, I had him play with me in a league before, and he did the same shit. It's
dude,
like,
we could have
he drafted a good team, and then he doesn't set his goddamn lineup, and it's like, what the fuck, man?
Dude, he could have given us Diggs, Andrews, Evans.
Buffalo defense.
You know what we could try to do is talk him into dropping those players anyways and putting them on the waiver. But then our opponents could potentially outbid us for them, so that might not actually work out. Because
It's like, how and why are you not, like, even
you said it, man. You said he's a corporate man. He's sold out. He's got more important. He's got more important things.
Dude, I want like the fucking clip show of like crazy shit that Tim Oceans has fucking said. He's a corporate shill. Fucking sold out.
I mean, you didn't say that on air, but you said it to me privately.
He's a corporate shill.
And then I said it on air. But yeah, dude, he could have traded us Stephon Diggs, Andrews.
Oh my God.
We could have had Buffalo defense.
Oh, they cracked me up. Yeah, Buffalo D would have been good. Bastard.
Oh, well. And watch him make it to the playoffs and, like, beat us.
I almost guarantee you we have to fucking play him in the playoffs, and he sets his goddamn lineup that week. I fucking guarantee you. Dude, have you ever, if you haven't seen the show, The League, it's about fantasy football.
Yeah,
it's got Nick Kroll, and there's a guy named Taco. And, like, he is the fucking taco of every league I have ever fucking played. He doesn't pay attention to fucking shit. All these guys are injured and gimped up. He makes it to the playoffs every fucking year. He falls in ass backwards to this perfect fucking team. It's the perfect analogy for this guy. And it's kind of funny. Like, it's kind of cool that there is that guy. Like, there is the taco of the fucking league. But he really is that guy.
I mean, yeah, he's just... He was in second place in this league. And then he just stopped setting his line.
And literally 2 seconds. Like, it would take less than 5 minutes of paying attention to like just be probably. I mean, he'd probably be giving us a run for our fucking money right now, but
Yeah.
just the like doesn't, will not, totally won't. It's funny, like my best friends, like who I've surrounded myself by. It's like there's a lot of similar ideologies.
This guy that he's going against actually has a pretty good team, pretty good lineup. He's got Jefferson, Singletary, Devontae Adams, and Mahomes.
I wish we could make a bet on this
All right.
because I'd take Terrapin Soup with no quarterback.
Would you know?
Just out of principle. Just out of the fact that like he doesn't set his lineup. He doesn't look at it at all. He's a lock to win. He's a fucking lock.
He's a
It's like
30% underdog.
yeah, I know, right? Like this guy's trying his balls off. He's second place. He's like surefire, like hardcore. This guy shits fucking bullets. He's gonna get his ass kicked with no quarterback.
No way.
That's the way. That is, man. I'm just telling you, that is like fantasy fuck. Tell you what.
No way.
I'll tell you what, and I bet you're gonna take this action.
Yeah.
I'll put a fucking dollar on it with you personally right now. I will send you a fucking dollar in the mail. I will send you a check. I swear to God,
Well,
or not a check. I'll send you a dollar bill right now. Like if I can't get any action on it anywhere else, I'll take it right here. I'll bet you $1.
I don't want $1.
He wins.
I don't want $1. It's not worth $1.
All right. But I know he will. I like gut,
He
like
can't.
gut instinct.
He
He's
can't.
gonna win this
He
week.
can't win because he has no quarterback. This running back is
Stephon Diggs goes off for fucking 60 points, like just something stupid as fuck.
He would still
Buffalo
lose.
defense just blows Cleveland completely. It's like he gets 60 points between Stephon Diggs and Buffalo defense alone. You know,
It still wouldn't.
no
be enough.
Mike F.
Yeah.
Mark Andrews has a resurgence game. Melvin Gordon puts up 20 points. CeeDee Lamb scores his projection, and then you have Sean's choice just shits the bed. That's my fucking guess here. He has
Nope.
every dude that he's starting -1 goes 10 like twice over their projection.
Dude,
Melvin
Mahomes-
Gordon goes off for fucking 15 points. Mark Andrews goes off for 20. His kicker goes off for 13. Buffalo defense goes off for 20. He's at fucking 100 points right there.
You're delusional.
That's what's going to happen.
You lost your damn mind.
He's going to get it. I know he will. I know it. I just know it. It's this kind of bastard that does it to me every fucking year,
No,
dude.
what he's gonna do
It's this.
is he's gonna get us. In
It's.
the
I'm
playoffs.
telling you,
He's gonna get us in the playoffs. He's
we're
gonna
betting
mess
on
up.
balls.
He's gonna fuck up our perfect season.
You're going even harder. You're saying that like this game doesn't even like what he maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. He gets all the way to the end and then he just fucking creams us.
Yeah, he's gonna win it. He's gonna win the whole thing.
I didn't want to go that hard. I didn't want to go that hard with
That's
it. God
what's
damn.
gonna happen, dude. He's gonna sleep throughout the season, and then playoffs is gonna happen. He's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna check my thing," and then he'll just
Mike Evans is just like
Yeah.
an ungodly beast. He's just like, oh wait, Tampa Bay's in the fucking Super Bowl all of a sudden. Like, oh my god, dude. He's got Stephon Diggs. I've said since the beginning, he's got a fucking kryptonite, man. Because no matter how good of a game Josh Allen has, he can offset some of the points
That's
with
true.
Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, but at least Josh Allen's rushing touchdowns and rushing like 50.
The
yards
rushing
a
thing
game
helps.
and
Yeah.
hopefully not throwing interceptions. I did this. This is a bet I threw in real quick at the end of last week because I was mad that I lost like $10 on Cooper Cup to score a touchdown. So
I guess he got hurt.
yeah,
Poor
so
bastard.
I put $7 on 49ers and Christian McCaffrey, and it paid. So that was our big bet last week that paid off. We had a pretty good week though, in general. I mean, we got some wins.
If Christian McCaffrey is healthy, he's
Vontae
going to play well.
Adams, Josh Jacobs. We missed on Stephon Diggs. He did not score a touchdown.
I feel like we missed so many times on the ones we're the most confident about.
Cheetah did not put up 70 yards. That messed up that parlay there. I got Saquon Barkley. That was a good play. He rushed over 100 yards, scored a touchdown, and the New York Giants money line. That was a good payout.
Wow, that was a good one, huh?
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
And we also had Giants and Barkley 100 yards, so that was double paying out. That's a good win.
Excellent.
Brisket didn't pass his yards. Too bad. Titans covered spread.
Tennessee paying off. Derrick Henry didn't score a touchdown. I'll be damned. I feel like he had a great game though.
So let's double
Did
down
he?
on Derrick Henry.
Well, I would like to look at least at his stats because I think he had a fucking monster, man. Like he had like fucking a shitload of points in fantasy.
Oh, is this their bye week? The Titans?
Might be.
I think it is. Or no, they played on Thursday. They beat Green Bay.
Man, Derrick Henry is a monster. It's surprising he can get as much production as he does without scoring fucking touchdowns. Jesus Christ.
So last week we bet $1 on Stephon Diggs to score a touchdown, and he did not. We've already bet $1 this week, but I'm going to go ahead and place another $1 just to cover our loss from last week as well. So let's go Diggs. Let's see Diggs score TD tomorrow. And that's it, kids.
Hey, Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb looked pretty good there, too.
Nick Chubb. We may have already locked that one in. I don't remember. But I'm spent.
All right.
We, so that's
Fair enough.
Yeah, we had like a $30 plus bankroll. We spent $20 plus out of it. And I
love it.
I feel pretty good about our picks. I think we'll do good.
And don't forget, hey, tune in next week for the Thanksgiving special. There will be turkey. There will be betting. There will be balls. I will make sure of it.
Bet your balls.
I will. I will bet my balls.
All right. Harold out.